US aircraft carriers are stationed off the coast of Iran. The world is holding its breath. Everyone is arguing about Trump and oil, discussing Iranian Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, his soft smile and calls for democracy. But next to him stands someone everyone underestimated. His wife, Yasmin Pahlavi. She rarely gives interviews and stays out of the spotlight. Yet she causes the greatest fear among her opponents. Washington calls her unpredictable. Tehran calls her a Mossad agent. And ordinary Iranians see her as their last hope, and she has a plan of her own. Who is she really? Why does the regime fear her more than the Crown Prince himself? Why is she called the iron backbone of the Iranian opposition? And what is this plan of the future empress that shocked even Washington with its boldness? Watch the video until the end. This story will surprise you. Empress Farah Pahlavi was a symbol of culture and luxury. Her daughter-in-law is a symbol of an era of retribution. Yasmin was born in Tehran. Her father was a successful entrepreneur and a prominent member of the Iran Constitutional Party. Politics surrounded her from birth. She studied at an elite private school, but when she was 10, her normal life collapsed. The 1979 Islamic Revolution forced the family to leave everything behind and flee to the United States. They settled in California and, like thousands of other Iranians, had to learn how to live again, in a strange land without their former status. Reza Pahlavi was the most eligible bachelor of the Iranian diaspora in exile, the heir to the peacock throne, a fighter pilot, a handsome young man. They say they were brought together by shared circles of the Iranian elite in the United States. He was 25 and Yasmin was 17. She had just finished school in Florida. These two young people were united by the same pain, a lost homeland. By saying yes at the altar, Yasmin did not sign up for a life of luxury. She became part of a family hunted by the intelligence services of an entire state. And rather than shrinking into her husband's shadow, she accepted the challenge. But how did she turn into an Iron Lady, and why does the Iranian regime fear her more than the future Shah himself? Usually the wives of monarchs focus on charity and attending art openings. Yasmin chose a different path. She graduated from law school at George Washington University and worked for 10 years at the Children's Rights Center. She went to court, handled cases of child abuse and poverty. But the real turning point came in 2018. Doctors gave her a terrifying diagnosis, and she won this fight for her life. People close to her say that after the illness, fear disappeared from Yasmin. Her rhetoric became tougher and sharper. And that was when she realized the old methods no longer worked. For years, many critics accused the Crown Prince of indecision. They said he had been waiting for 40 years for the West to overthrow the regime for him. But it seems Yasmin decided to become the toughest figure in this family and abandoned all diplomacy. Remember her scandalous Instagram story with blistering statements against 3 hostile groups: religious forces, the left, and the radical opposition. It shocked many people. The wife of a democratic leader, with such a harsh message. The Crown Prince was forced to issue a clarification, but Yasmin did not apologize. She openly confronts those she believes are playing a double game. But the loudest scandal happened when Yasmin harshly criticized Nobel laureate Narges Mohammadi. This opposition figure, while held in Iran's strictest prison, gave a major interview to Hollywood star Angelina Jolie for Time magazine. While the entire world, and even Reza Pahlavi, admired the human rights activist, Yasmin publicly questioned her, alleging ties to the regime. She is ready to destroy even a global hero's reputation if she sees a rival or a threat. The peak of this new aggressive strategy came in April 2023, a visit to Israel. Officially, they went to honor the memory of the victims of the Holocaust, but they were received by Gila Gamliel, the Minister of Intelligence. The Pahlavis clearly weren't there just to discuss historical values. In reality, it was a meeting with people who know the inner workings of the Iranian regime's security system very well. It was a demonstration not of friendship but of shared strategic interest. While Reza shook hands and spoke about peace between nations, Yasmin posted a photo of an Israeli woman soldier with the caption, "Woman, Life, Freedom," the slogan of Iran's protests against the regime. But there is one detail that changes everything. This unexpected alliance is now sealed not only by politics, but by blood. Their daughter, Princess Iman, married an American Jew, Bradley Sherman. Imagine the symbolism: the granddaughter of a Persian Shah and a Jewish American groom. For the Mullah regime in Tehran, this is a sharp slap in the face. For the West, it is a signal that bridges between Persians and Israel are now being built at the family level. The wedding took place in June, and already by autumn, journalists from Haaretz uncovered something far more serious. They were talking about a plan that shocked even Washington. While the United States moves aircraft carriers toward the shores of Iran but hesitates to strike first, a very different scenario is being discussed behind closed doors. It is a version in which Israel is seen as an external factor capable of applying forceful pressure on key elements of the regime's security system. And the Iranian people, inspired by the return of the Shah, intensify protests inside the country. In the Pahlavi household, they understand one thing clearly: the opposition has no weapons and peaceful protests are brutally suppressed. They need allies who are ready to act more decisively. And if the price of freedom is a strategic alliance with Israel, they are ready to take that step, even if the White House is against it. Moreover, the regime fears Yasmin Pahlavi so much that an entire army of hackers is working against her. In 2023, her phone was hacked in an attempt to find compromising material and fabricate affairs, with the goal of destroying her reputation as the perfect wife. The calculation was simple: disgrace the family. But Yasmin ignored it. She has no time to justify herself to her enemies. Today, Yasmin Pahlavi is no longer a frightened girl in exile. She is a woman who has survived a serious illness and exile to stand on the threshold of major change. Some see her as too harsh and uncompromising. Others see her as Iran's only hope. Yasmin is often compared to her famous mother-in-law, Empress Farah. But this comparison best shows how times have changed. Farah was a symbol of a golden age. She opened museums, befriended artists, and embodied compassion. She was the mother of the nation. But on streets where women are detained for violating strict dress codes, compassion no longer works. Iranian women do not need a mother who will feel sorry for them. They need a warrior who will protect them. That role has been taken by Yasmin. Farah is a beautiful past. Yasmin is the only hope for the future. Yet the main debate around the Pahlavi family today is not even about methods, but about the realism of their goals. Skeptics say it openly: their time is over. 45 years have passed. 2 generations have grown up in Iran, for whom the monarchy is just a story from textbooks, and life in American exile has pushed the family too far away from real problems. Supporters respond, this is the only legitimate authority, and only the figure of the Shah can unite the people against the mullahs. And what do you think? Is it really possible for the Pahlavi family to return to Iran and reclaim the throne? Or is this just a beautiful dream that will never come true? Write your opinion in the comments. It is important for us to know what you think about what is happening. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and see you next time.